Hey guys, it is Saturday here in West Virginia. I had to think about what day it was. Anyways, today I got a Squarebody set in the mail and I'm going to unbox it for you guys. I think I unboxed this set already because I picked one up at Walmart when they were first released and I resold it after I did a video on it because back then I was not collecting the dualies, but now that I'm collecting the dualies, I had to grab one again. And actually, I would like to find another one so I could put it on a dropped base and have this one on its factory 4x4 base. This is release 67 in the Auto Hauler series with a 73 Chevrolet Silverado 30 4x4 and a 57 Chevy Bel Air gasser. Well, not really gasser, it's like a Pro Street. It's not it doesn't have the straight axle and such, and it looks really cool. I just wish they wouldn't have put that angled bow tie on the quarter panel. I don't know, that's just not something that looks proper on a 57 Chevy. Same thing with all the other lettering. The Chevrolet on the front fender I could kind of deal with, and I understand that their sponsor probably straight from Chevrolet Performance at the drag strap or something. That's what they're going with, but still, I'm not a big fan of the livery on this car. And the car and trailer will be up for grabs on eBay and my IG here probably by tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, I wanted this truck, love this truck. It looks just like, well, not just like, but the color combination is just like the GMC that Colt Seavers had in the Fall Guy, the $6 million man. I forget his name. Anyways, yeah, I was only a kid when that show was out. But anyways, yeah, the color combo reminded me of that truck. Even the interior is the same, the tan saddle, color interior, and this thing being a dually 4x4 crew cab just looks mammoth. It's awesome. And as I said, I would like to get another one to put on a dropped base, and then the extra 4x4 base that would come off of one of these, I would put on another orange and white one. I need another set of the orange and white dually crew cab with the burgundy or maroon 1500, and then another set of these so I can swap it around, even though the orange and white's on a 2-wheel drive base, so I would have to find another slammed one, which really ain't a problem since they released that Coca-Cola set with the single cab and the crew cab about a month or two ago. That set's coming up cheaper nowadays. You can get them for like 30 or less, and they make great donors because they got the awesome wheels on it, the big diameter semi wheels, and they're both on slam bases, so it's a great donor set, or even a set you can customize because the tampos on those come off like a breeze. Just quickly hit it with some nail polish remover on a cotton ball, and they come right off, like with one swipe, literally. They're easy to get off on that set. But this set, anyways, I wouldn't do nothing with except change bases on it. And this is actually a nice enough set that it would be really cool to see it on a 2-wheel drive base and a slam base and this 4-wheel drive base, a trifecta. So that would be cool. So anyways, yeah, the box is done up in the same livery as the 57 Chevy is. It's the Performance, Chevrolet Performance. It's written pretty much everywhere. You got the angle bow tie on this end cap where you can see the front of the truck through there. And then you have the back of the 57 Pro Street and such. And your copyright stuff and licensing things on the bottom. And on the back side, you just have the Chevrolet Performance. And that's pretty much it. I've already opened it, and I actually removed the truck, and I was like, oh man, I want to do a video on this for you guys before I get rid of the case and the car and all of that. So I put the truck back in there, but only with like 2 screws, so it's not in there that good. So yeah, he's kind of like twisting around, as you can see. So I only put 1 screw back in the base here to hold it on, and then I put one screw in the adapter for the 4x4. They use those adapters that are staggered from one side to the other of this base because they have to clear the drive shafts of the trucks. And that's kind of cool. As I've mentioned before in past videos, M2 does an exceptionally nice job on their 4x4 bases for like a, I don't know, a premium vehicle that you can buy for like 20 bucks for a set at Walmart, or 10 bucks for a single, 10 bucks to say 20 bucks for a single crew cab is what they go for at the hobby search for hobby exclusives and such. That's really nicely done with the dry shafts. They even have like the carrier bearing there to attach the two shafts, and then you have your transfer case there with the cross member and the front shaft going in. You have your floating differentials, and the leaf springs are made as part of the diecast base, so they mount up really nicely because there's eyes on the leaf springs, so the metal axle slides through those eyes and then goes into a plastic housing, the rear end housing, then goes through the other metal eye into the back of the wheel. So you have very, very rigid suspension on the things. It's really hard to break a chassis on one of these. I've never broke one. I've seen some of the housings break. I've had one with a split housing, but you don't even really need the housing. The housing's just there for looks. You can just run the metal axle right through the eyes into the back of the wheels and not even have a rear end housing. This is actually kind of a separate piece, but it looks better with it, trust me. But yeah, if you had to, you could eliminate it. But yeah, this thing's a monster. It looks really cool in 4x4. I love them either 4x4 or slam. The two-wheel drive ones are cool too, but I just prefer the 4x4, the slammed ones. But the two-wheel drives are nice. And this brown has metal flake in it, as you can see. So it looks really good under light. And the bed looks like it's tweaked down a little bit, but that can be fixed sometimes just by loosening the screw and bending up a little bit. Sometimes you can tweak the chassis and get it to line up a little better, because it does look like the gap tapers closer together as it goes downwards. So that means the bed is tilted down in the back. So yeah, it's even the same over here. So yeah, that's an easy fix though. And I think the back axle is a little wobbly, but not that big of a deal. I'm not going to worry about it that much. It rolls okay and such, so I'm not going to really sweat it. But yeah, guys, that's it for this unboxing on this particular truck. Is what I wanted to show you. The Bel Air is cool too. As I said, if somebody needs it, it'll be up for grabs on my IG and eBay, probably for something around like 15 bucks for the trailer and the car. So guys, that's it for today. Enjoy your Saturday, and we will be back again on Monday for a Mopar Monday. I have a couple of really cool F-body Mopars. If you guys don't know what those are, that is the mid-70s Volaris and Aspens. I have a couple of them to crack open for you. So be sure to turn on your notification bell so you know when that video launches, and give us a thumbs up. Every time you like the video, it helps us move up in the algorithm so more people notice us and help our channel grow. So, thanks guys, and we'll see you on Monday.